Hello, what is good, YouTube? Today I will be covering the origins of cursed images that have made their rounds on the internet, or I personally found cool, or they're just scary. First up, we are starting off with a bombshell that I have been wondering about for over 4 years. I'll show y'all. This image is called Mandu. Now, in short, Don't Look at Mandu is an old internet creepypasta featuring a alleged creepy edited mannequin-like face. Its exact origin is unknown, but theories suggest it may come from a mannequin photo or early forum posts around 2009 to 2011. The image spread through horror forums, Reddit threads, and short, scary stories, becoming a mysterious legend online. Now, here's some things about it. Mandu seems to be a Spanish horror story translated to English by an unknown author. It seems that Mandu is a vengeful spirit who kills people who are not kind-hearted. And here's some things I found for additional context. Oh, and also before that, I remember as a kid I was so scared of this, but I only just found out who it was. I'm not sure if this is the origin of the image, but these articles provide context. Mandu is also the spirit of those you once hurt, and therefore he'll seek revenge. And some additional context, Mandu is a spirit of vengeance that symbolizes the pain and fear of those you've hurt during your life. He is an entity described as a force of nature that one should never look at. It very justice that befalls those who harm others. Whenever one commits an action of sin, it has a reaction in the form of Mandu, whose origins are unknown but are heavily linked to your fear and sin. Name, Mandu. Gender, male, described as a he in many passages in Don't Look at Mandu. Age, unknown but implied to have existed since sin and fear. Classification, spirit of vengeance, fear, and justice. And I'm sorry for the gap here. Special abilities, superhuman physical characteristics, abstract existence, fear manipulation, described as the very fear that one doesn't want to confront or fear, even being as far as referred to as Mandu, is the fire from hell that you try to avoid, and the knife of which you avoid being a victim. Dream manipulation appears in the dreams of those who's caught its attention and terrorizes them until the opponents are either trapped or die of shock. Non-corporeal exists as the embodiment of fear and is also described as the spirit of vengeance. Mind manipulation. It's stated that no one kills themselves, but is merely Mandu's influence. Invisibility and stealth mastery. He's unable to be perceived by other beings, and one cannot detect or even feel its presence before it kills them. Death manipulation. Brings about the deaths of people, as he is the very action of dying itself. Illusion casting. Able to make an opponent's greatest and most deepest fears come real and make them relive their trauma. Fate manipulation. Implied to be able to induce accidents or events that indirectly causes death. This dude loves manipulation. Immortality, type 8. As long as one feels vengeance and his job is to bring justice and is undone, he cannot be killed. Darkness manipulation exists within and can manipulate the shadows. Clairvoyant, unable to know when someone is looking at him without even seeing them, etc. Destructive ability, street level, stated to be capable of yanking someone's tongue out, tearing someone's arm off, gouging someone's eyes out, and physically killing humans with ease. Jeez. Speed, unknown. Doesn't have any speed feats and no passages. Mentions how fast they can move. Lifting ability, superhuman plus. Striking ability, street class. Can easily kill humans, whether it be through yanking someone's tongue out or tearing someone's arms off. Durability, street level, harder to kill due to non-corporeality, immortality, and abstract nature. Stamina, limitless. Range, standard melee range, higher with powers such as fate manipulation, mind manipulation, and death manipulation. Intelligence, high. Mandu has an extensive knowledge of the victims it has stalked and killed, down to their mental traumas and sins they've committed. And here's the article that I cannot believe I'm about to read on the internet. I don't want to read this. Take a deep breath and bear with me. Don't worry, he is not behind you. At this very moment, Mando is in your room. He is in plain sight from where you are reading this. Do not try to find him. It would make him angry. Mando is the being that tries to hurt you in your most terrifying nightmares. Thus, it is recommendable that you try to wake up as fast as you can if you are in one of them. Mando is also the spirit of those you once hurt, and therefore he'll seek revenge. Mando is the fear you try to avoid, what you don't want to see, what you don't want to feel. Mando is the fire from hell that you try to avoid, and the knife of which you avoid being a victim. As you read this, Mando is slowly getting closer to you. Do not look. Stay still. Once again, Mando hates being looked for. That trepidation you're feeling from head to toe, it means that Mando isn't very far. Try to suppress any traumatic memories. Mando will make you relive them. Don't think about your darkest fears. Mando will make them real. As saliva pours down your throat and the shiver on the back of your neck becomes present, Mando is planning what to do to you. To satiate the hunger for revenge of those you've wronged. And guess what? Mando is right above you. Do not look up. Make sure there's nothing in which his image can be reflected. Glasses, windows, even glass cups. If you're reading this, then you're lucky. Mando is still planning what to do to you. Maybe yank your tongue out so you can't hurt anybody with your words anymore. Maybe tear your arms off so you can't punch anyone. Maybe he'll gouge your eyes out so you can't look at illicit stuff anymore. Anybody unknowingly can become Mando's victim because humans always harm each other, and Mando has to do his job. The people who took their own lives, they never harmed themselves. They were Mando's victims. The people who died in accidents, Mando was doing his job. Maybe at this very moment or a bit later, you might die. Drowned, asphyxiated in an accident, or suffering the worst kind of fate you could ever imagine. And just then, Mando's work will have finally been fulfilled. You should have been a kind-hearted person. Anyway, time for our next image. I didn't even have to do any research to tell you all this from a game that went viral a few years ago called Buckshot Roulette. But next up, we have an image from a very disturbing case that I'm pretty sure is analog horror. But here's a summary of it. Maria Ramos was a woman who disappeared at Liminal Land. History. Maria visited Liminal Land by herself in November of 1982. She allegedly rode the wheel, then wrote the Liminal Land Anomaly. The Liminal Land Anomaly was closed that way, due to being closed for repair with a faulty failsafe, causing the ride to run multiple times per session. Employees at Liminal Land reported seeing a woman, presumably Maria, near the controls, but did nothing to stop her. Shortly after, the ride began working, and the woman had entered the furthest rail car to the rear. With the woman being in the car, the ride went non-stop for 26 minutes. Finally, the ride had been brought under control, but Maria was already deformed. A very disturbing case, I know, but this next is quite confusing, because all I can find about it is it may be from a Japanese horror game called Walk. And there's some Japanese characters I don't understand. But if you'd like to help me in the comments, feel free. Yeah, I think this is just an edited image of The Grudge. Next! Yo, it's just The Grudge again. We get it. I'm scared of the mimic. Ooh, I know all about this one. I don't even got to do no research here. This is an entity that we will call Room. Room is an entity from the channel Boisvert on YouTube, who I'd seriously recommend checking out, as well as Matt Pat's explanation of his channel over at Film Theorists. But the channel is mainly about conquering the feelings of depression and isolation brought on by the COVID lockdowns, as seen and made very evident in his first video called Take Care, made in May 2020, stating, "These are troubling times," and at the end, Room asking a series of pointed questions such as,
"What is? When have you last gone outside? When have you last seen your friends, your family?
No, seriously, check out his channel. It's so cool. It's even the main inspiration for my Stickman animations. Anyways, now. Hey, so I was gonna do like 1 or 2 more images, but I didn't really think that they were like worthy of putting in all the effort for, because they weren't very good scary images. But I might make a part 2, I might not, I don't know. But that's it for the video. If y'all enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Like, please, Speed, I need this. My mom's kind of homeless. I live with my dad, I'm trying to help her out, and my great granny got hit with a Draco. I can't sleep at night. And my real dad lost my stepdad in a slapbox fight. And my little cousin struck out on crack, she done but 4 years old. And my auntie came from Vietnam, she lost 3 of her toes. And yeah, subscribe please, I'm begging, please. We'll end.